The Super Invitational, the sixth and final stop on the Bassmaster Tournament Trail. In the next 4 days, more than $472,000 will be paid out to these Bassmasters competing here on Kentucky Barkley Lakes. And one of them will win the coveted title of Bass Angler of the Year. It's a great tournament with a real come-from-behind charge by one angler. And for the winner, listen, $72,000. Not bad for just 4 days' work. I'm Ray Scott. Stay tuned as the Bassmasters put it all on the line. We'll be right back.
Barkley Lakes, more than 200,000 acres of bass-rich waters connected by a narrow canal on the upper end near the dams. Kentucky Lake, 184 miles long with 163,000 surface acres of water. By comparison, Barkley is a small 57,000-acre impoundment 65 miles long. The contestants may fish either lake or both during the competition. This is a 4-day invitational tournament, the Super Invitational. And at the finale on Saturday, one angler will be $72,000 richer. But for those anglers vying for the 35 berths in the Bassmasters Classic, the World Championship of Professional Bass Angling, the first 2 days are the big ones. That's because the pounds and ounces of bass these anglers catch the first 2 days are qualifying points for the Classic. And for one fisherman here, these days are extra important because the top qualifier in Classic points will be named BASS Angler of the Year, the award many feel is the most prestigious in professional bass angling. Texas basser Rick Clunn, the only angler to win 3 Bassmasters Classics, has never won Angler of the Year. But going into this morning, he was leading the field by 2 pounds, and he must have bass to stay on top.
Now, the next gentleman coming up is leading the race for this year's Angler of the Year honors. That's Rick Clunn of Montgomery, Texas. Rick has 2 bass, and you believe, how many pounds are you out in the Angler of the Year race, Rick?
Well, I'm only 2 pounds ahead. There's about 5 to 10 guys that, you know, if they catch some fish, are going to put pressure on me. But this lake, you know, you can still catch a good string tomorrow, so I don't feel too bad. It's been tough on me all week, so I wasn't surprised today. I did have one good day during practice, and if I can, I'm going to have to do that tomorrow.
But there's one angler in this tournament who has proved more than once that he's capable of coming from behind.
Let's weigh another limit from Denny Brauer of Missouri. Denny has a more remarkable bunch of fish. I believe this weight is going to be what did you estimate of this weight?
About 19 pounds.
Never make 19 pounds. Never make it. Want to bet $1? Yeah. No, I ain't going to bet $1. 20 pounds. Woo! 20 pounds, 11 ounces. Give him the 11 because he's on him. 11 ounces. Hold up the 2 biggest bass. Let's get a look at it. Folks, I want to show you. Let me hold this big one. Would you mind if I give you a nickel?
Have that, Ray.
I'm going to hold the big one. All right. Now, hold me 2 more 3 there. Get the fish too, Randy. Let's hold them all up. Folks, I want to show you what a fine-looking creel this is. Get a couple more of those big ones. We can't even hold them all. Now, folks, this is what makes a man smile and just jump up and down the bass boat. You get that ranger just trembling with joy. Oh, I'm telling you. All of them alive, beautiful fish. Slide them right back into the lake, Kentucky Lake, and let her go. Now, this catch for you, Denny Brauer, this being almost the last hour, tomorrow being the final day, this is going to put you in reach of the Angler of the Year race.
Well, Ray, you know, the Angler of the Year race is something that one of these years I hope I can be successful at winning. To me, that's the ultimate achievement in bass fishing. And the last 2 years, I've been leading or in second place going in the last tournament and figured out a way to blow it. Now, this year I was in 13th, and that's pretty unlucky, but I don't know, today it seemed to work out pretty good. Now, I was 20 pounds behind, and it's pretty hard to make up 20 pounds in 2 days, but at least it's going to lock me into the Classic for sure now, and all I can do is go out tomorrow and try to bust 30 pounds.
Well, for your record, for the record, I would say at this moment, Bob Cobb may testify to this, that he is currently, and as of this minute, you are leading the Angler of the Year race. All right, I take it back. I'm going to correct that. He is 6 pounds behind Clunn. Clunn had a very slow day with 2 bass, which is exceptionally rare for him.
Well, there's so many variables out there right now with the yo-yo in water, and the wind just keeps flip-flopping and doing a lot of different things. I'm very subject to not weighing a fish tomorrow. You know, and if the current gets right and some things get real right, it could be real good, or Rick could have 20 pounds. So it's wide open.
All right, let's give a nice hand, folks. Great fisherman, Denny Brauer of Missouri.
Day 2 of the Super Invitational. At the conclusion of today's weigh-in, the 230-man field will be cut to 100, and then to 50 anglers for the final day. But the story today is the Angler of the Year race and qualifying for the Bassmasters Classic. 35 anglers will know tonight if they made the cut. And for some of them, today's catch is critical to qualifying. Stay with us as these anglers pull out all the stops to make the Classic and survive the first elimination cut of the Super Invitational. The Bassmasters will be right back from Kentucky Barkley Lakes. It is late May, and the bass are in a post-spawn period, scattering out on the grass lines, on ridges, and off points and underwater structure. While some Super Invitational anglers are fishing shallow flats, others are working offshore structure. Anglers like John Hall of Texas, who was in second place this morning, only 3 pounds 3 ounces behind Denny Brauer, the leader. Hall needs fish today. And so does Hall's young partner, Ohio angler Joe Thomas. For him, today is critical. He came into this tournament 41st in classic points. He must catch bass, and he does.
His nose hook shut when he come by, and there wasn't no way I was going to be able to jaw him, so I had to... Ooh, I've got about 18 or 19 pounds. About 18 pounds. Woo. Thank you, Lord. That has done it for sure, guys.
Yesterday, and you said there was fish there. I can't believe you allowed to deny yourself.
And Joe's catch this second day makes the difference.
This young man started on our circuit 4 years ago at age 21. He's been working himself professionally every year, getting better and better. And today, I believe with a little bit of luck,
5:15 yesterday, Red.
he had 5:15 yesterday. He will make the Classic for the first time. This is a remarkable catch for Joe Thomas. A limited bass, am I correct?
Correct.
Watch the scales, people. 21 pounds, 4 ounces, 14 ounces.
You know, the Classic's everything. It's the Super Bowl. It's the World Championship of Bass Fishing. Everybody looks at it, and that's been a dream of mine since I've been 10 years old, reading about all the Rick Cluns and the Roland Martins and all my heroes. Was someday I was going to be up there and I was going to go fish the Classic with them. And it looks like, Ray, today is the day.
You know, I've been one of your greatest supporters.
You know, Ray, you've really treated me great. Sometimes I come up here and you know I'm down, and you put your arm around me, and you kind of feel like my dad, you know, all these years. But
you left that one out, son.
But you know, Ray, you've just been great, and Bass has been great. It's done a lot for me. The fishing industry's been great to me. I've done a lot for where I'm at right now. I'm making a living at it, and I'm very happy. Everything's going just fine.
Lord's kind of blessed you too, kid.
You know, I got down on my knees in the boat today, Ray, and I said, thank you, Lord, and I meant every word of it.
Amen. Let's hear it, folks. Thank you, kid. Good luck to you, Joe. You're on your way, boy. See you in Louisville.
And now Denny Brauer. Has he pulled it off? Will he win Angler of the Year?
The man standing behind me, Denny Brauer, who had a remarkable catch of 20 pounds, 11 ounces, got to have 13 pounds to tie. 13-1 to move ahead. And we watch the scales. 13 is the magic number, puts him in the lead for Angler of the Year.
15 pounds.
15 pounds, 6 ounces, which puts him back in the lead of the Angler of the Year.
I don't know, Ray. I lost a fish this afternoon that I really felt was the fish I needed to do it, and I hope when it's all said and done that fish didn't cost me anything. I had 14 good fish on the last 2 days, and I landed 13 of them, and when you know it, when number 13 bit, he got off. So I think I'm going to become superstitious before this is all over, but I'm just real thankful to have caught the fish I caught so far, and you know, if it works out that I win Angler of the Year, I don't know what to say, because I had a long way to come.
You had a long way to come, but you've had a heck of a day. Yesterday with over 20 pounds, and today's a remarkable catch. You do have some sweating to do. There's still a few other fellows that can pass you before this day is out. Then you still got to worry about 2 more days to win the biggie.
Oh, you really do. You know, there's half the field's capable of popping a 20-pound stringer anytime they hit the water, and I'm sure Rick Clunn probably hasn't weighed in yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll give me an ulcer for the next few minutes. But, you know, if it's meant to be, Ray, all I can do is go out and fish as hard as I can every tournament. If it works out right, it works out. And if not this year, maybe next year.
You in there, kid. We're pulling for you. Let's give a nice hand. Denny Brauer, Camden, Missouri.
There's only one angler who can once again make Brauer a bridesmaid, Rick Clunn. The atmosphere is electric as Denny's wife Shirley nervously awaits Rick's weigh-in.
This is Rick Clunn, ladies and gentlemen. He has 4 bass. He's got to have 10 pounds and 4 ounces to win the Angler of the Year race above Denny Brauer. And I don't know. We're going to weigh him quickly, and let's see. Need looking for 10 pounds, 4 ounces.
8 pounds, 15.
8:15. Now here's a man who has never, somehow he's won 3 classics. Nobody in history has ever done that, folks. He's a leading money winner and never won Angler of the Year. Now it's possible to do this, but it just shows you the uniqueness of this tournament. Less than 2 pounds from Angler of the Year.
You know, what can I say? All year I haven't fished well enough to win Angler of the Year. You know, I had a bad tournament at Rayburn. I'm not having a good tournament here. I would have been surprised if, with what I've done at those 2 events, if I would have won it. You know, Denny's done a good job, and I congratulate him. He's been close before, and he deserves it. He works hard, and he came from a long ways back here to do it, so he deserves, you know, the honor of winning it.
Let's give a nice hand, folks. He's still in there. We'll see more of him tomorrow. Nice catch today.
Denny Brauer, the BASS Angler of the Year, a goal he set for himself many years ago, an achievement he has barely missed the last 2 years, an honor that will be bestowed on him in front of his peers at the Bassmasters Classic. Stay tuned as the bucks get big the last 2 days of the Super Invitational, and watch as history repeats itself in a different way. The Bassmasters will be right back. Day 3, and the Bassmaster Super Invitational field has been narrowed to 100 anglers. Denny Brauer, who won nearly $9,000 for his first 2 days of fishing here, leads Texan John Hall by only 2 pounds, 5 ounces. Kentucky Lake is known as a largemouth impoundment, but more and more smallmouth are showing up, like this acrobatic cousin of the largemouth. But unlike these anglers who are fishing a ridge near deep water on Kentucky Lake, Denny Brauer and his partner Jack Haynes of Louisiana are flipping in the shallow coves and flats of Barkley Lake. The area they're fishing is nearly 100 miles from the weigh-in site at Paris Landing State Park Marina. Brauer has a reputation for traveling great distances to fish, usually far, far away from other contestants. His decision to fish this area on Lake Barkley is paying off. How well can only be decided at the scales.
Denny Brauer, people, leading the tournament with 36 pounds and 1 ounce, 6 bass. And my friends and ladies and gentlemen, we got an absolute man who had broken through the sound barrier on bass tournament. He has come into his own this tournament. He's been on the edge of it for years, and now he is full-blown, full-grown. And I want you to watch this limit of 6 bass. And the scale says
20 pounds, 11 ounces.
20 pounds, 11 ounces. Let's have a nice hand for Denny Brauer. What I want to know is, and I got to ask you this question. I want you to give me a straight answer. You're going to have a big tax problem when this tournament's over.
I hope you're right. That'd be a wonderful problem. Ray, I tell you, there's another day left. There's a lot of good fishermen. I don't really know what anybody else has out there, but I was hoping to kind of blow it open today. I had the right bites fairly early, and I just couldn't get the 7th fish, but I'm just thankful to get the 6 I did get. At least they were the right bites today, and I didn't lose any fish. I've only lost 1 fish this tournament, and, you know, things are going my way without a doubt.
We've got 1 more day. Would you just give us any hint as to what lure you're using, or would you rather wait another day?
Well, I'm definitely not throwing a topwater bait.
Thank you very much. That's a great help. I appreciate that. I'm not going to press you anymore. Denny, congratulations, and don't leave us. We want to talk more with you later.
The fourth and final day of the Super Invitational. Brauer is tired. He's traveled over 1,000 miles by boat since the start of this tournament. As Denny and today's partner, Gary Klein of Texas, start this last day, Brauer's tremendous lead over John Hall looks comfortable. A cakewalk. But there's always Murphy's Law.
We had a little trouble right off the bat this morning. We got just about 70 miles, and we had about 20 more miles to go, and the prop shaft broke. Just one of those things. I've probably run 1,100 miles this week wide open, and that's pretty hard on the equipment. And she finally went, and so we're sitting here just waiting on another boat to come take place, and I managed to catch a 3-pounder a little bit ago, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
But help is on the way, in a way that's almost a rerun of the 1986 Super Invitational. At Tennessee's Lake Chickamauga, Denny did not make the cut. Zell Rowland did. But then Zell had mechanical problems. And to the rescue came Denny Brauer, who loaned Zell his boat. Zell went on to win the tournament. Today, the role is reversed. Zell brings his boat to Denny. As the anglers trade rigs, the question must arise as to whether Denny's good luck will continue to hold.
My good luck has changed to bad luck, without a doubt. I'm getting the same amount of bites today as I did yesterday, but my bites today are either the wrong species or too small. We've got plenty of time to catch all the fish we need if there's fish on the spots we got left. We've probably got 2 hours of fishing time and 2 hours of running time. Next 2 hours are going to be real critical for us.
And the final weigh-in.
Now, folks, the leader of this tournament, Denny Brauer of Missouri, with 56 pounds, 12 ounces, a solid 3-pound average for the first 3 days, brings in 2 bass, and I believe enough without some absolute miracle, he's going to win this tournament. Let's watch very carefully. Weight, full, make it 5 pounds, 0 ounces. Let's give him a nice hand. I believe we've got us a champion here, but we'll know more in a minute. Tell me, Denny, you went out today. I know you felt like you wanted 5 to 10 pounds of bass if you could possibly get it just to put an absolute lock on that lead.
Well, I really want to go catch another 20 pounds, Ray. I just don't trust these guys. And this lake, with all the fish it does have in it, and there's a lot of big fish, there's some, you know, somebody could break a record, and you're never satisfied. You need to go out there and fish as hard as you can. Today, things didn't quite go according to plan, but I was thankful just to get the 2 fish I did.
Well, I think you may have won this tournament. Now, this will be quite a victory for you, and a lot of money, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I'm definitely excited about that. You know, everything this week has just went real good for me, so the few problems I had today, I can't complain at all.
It appears Denny Brauer could have stayed in bed and still been $72,000 richer.
61 pounds, 12 ounces, Denny Brauer of Missouri. Denny, wonderful, wonderful job. You have come, this has been probably the full bloom of your flower in bass fishing. I'm very proud of you. I remember when you started, and we've talked about this before, but this is a remarkable feat.
Oh, this has been a very exciting week, Ray. Nothing could have went better. I'm just, you know, I couldn't be happier without a doubt.
Well, I want to say on behalf of you, I've been watching you over here, and a lot of the local people congratulating you on your victory. This man is more than just a good fisherman. He's a good man like literally every pro I know. We're very proud of these men, and here's a man who was in the concrete business for years and dreamed of being a professional bass fisherman. Now he's making a great living and doing the thing that all men dream about doing, that's fishing for a living. Denny, we want to congratulate you. You won an awful lot of money, but most importantly, the honor that goes with this victory.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's quite an honor with the competition the way it is nowadays, the quality of the field. It really means a lot to me to win one of these tournaments, and plus the Angler of the Year on top of it the same week. That's absolutely unbelievable.
And now it's time for the Pros Pointer, the how-to section of the Bassmasters, brought to you by AC Delco.
Something you always got to make sure, Chad, is that that point of that hook is always good and sharp. You need to take a little file and just make sure that point is real good and sharp. It takes a couple times on each side. A good way to check it is on your fingernail. You want it just sticky sharp so that it won't slide. If it slides, the point's not sharp enough. You don't really want a cutting edge. You just want that point sharp so that it'll start into the fish and make a small hole going in, but that'll catch real easy. Sticky sharp, that's the key to hooking a bunch of fish on it. There, that one's ready to go.
Times in 48 BASS Pro tournaments. That's strong. And you'll think strong when you see the surprise